My name is Irma Garcia. I'm the Director of Athletics here at St. Francis College. I am what they call a lifer. I attended St. Francis on a women's basketball scholarship, and then I coached here for about 10 years, and then I was assistant AD, associate AD, now living my dream, Director of Athletics. So my sport was always basketball, but now it's 19 other sports.
My name is Leah Fetchko. I'm right now coaching women's basketball. I've been a part of sports my whole life, so I started growing up when I was like 3 and a half playing soccer, and I've played soccer, softball, basketball. Throughout high school I played basketball and got a scholarship to play Division I basketball at St. Francis College, and I just played last year professionally over in Ireland, and now I'm on the coaching side.
My name is Erin Gonzalez. I am 21. I go to St. Francis College and I am on the women's water polo team.
I think females should get a little bit more attention because, like, usually all I see is, like, male players. Like, my dad usually turns on golf. There's no female. My dad turns on football, which I think women should be able to play football. There's no football. And then he turns on baseball. There's no, like, softball. So I think they should be in the TV package.
Can it be covered more? Yeah. I mean, there's so many great stories, not just females, but there's some stories that people just don't get covered. You know, women's water polo doesn't get enough coverage. Women's swimming, even women's basketball to an extent doesn't really get covered as much.
I don't see a lot of women.
I think that they've increased since the past, but I don't think they get as much coverage as the men at all. If you go on just ESPN or anything, it's all the guys, and maybe one article about the women.
I feel that though women's sports and the media coverage has evolved over the last couple years, few decades actually, I feel that the media coverage still lacks, despite the new Title IX rules and all of those rules being incorporated in the NCAA. I still think that there's a lack of media coverage in women's sports.
So say you're looking at a Sports Illustrated article, you see women, like how they're supposed to look rather than how they are competing. So it's like it'll be somebody in like a bathing suit and just showing off their body rather than somebody in like a basketball uniform.
Like a couple of TV shows like The Tonight Show, I'm pretty sure, or the Today Show, the Women's Hockey League had just won the Olympics, and they said a lot of great stuff about them. But then on this other channel they were kind of making fun of women a little bit, and the Olympics, and just women in general. So I thought that was not cool.
I feel that the media coverage of women is often very sexist.
So a couple things that I think women are talked about is one is their body image, and if they have a good body image they're going to get like more talked about, but I also think that there's a lot of negative comments about women's sports. Like if you're just scrolling through social media, like you see all the comments comparing the men to comparing the women, and they're all like, oh, why do women play sports? Like, why would they even watch a basketball game? Why would you even watch like a women's swim match? Why would you even watch women's tennis? But in reality, like half the women's teams are very successful, very competitive, and it's fun to watch.
There is a lot of women playing sports, but I don't really think there's a lot of filming of that playing. Like I feel like there's more men's sports being filmed than like women's sports, which I don't really know why, but I definitely see a lot of things.
It's the underdog, or a female can't do a certain, and then all of a sudden it gets accomplished, and it's like a big deal to me. You see so many women who can do so many different things and excel in their sport. So to me, it bothers me a little bit that people still look at female athletes as, well, you know, wow, she did something, but all along she's capable of doing that.
I think it was after like a swim meet or like a water polo match or something, and they were talking about what this female was wearing and what she looked like, and so it was obviously sports, which it doesn't really matter, but they were talking about how ugly she was and how she didn't look good, but then she was a total boss. So she just scored a bunch, and I don't really think they should judge what women look like.
I do believe that I have been affected in some kind of way, especially with the stereotypes and biases that go throughout women's sports and throughout women who play sports that aren't always the most feminine sports, I would say. I do believe that the media, and not only the media, but people in general talking about women's sports and not talking about women's sports is something that is like generally hidden or not talked about as much. So I feel that it has affected me.
No one really wants to get made fun of. So if like I heard that on the news, or if one of my friends heard that on the news, you would probably some people would want to step down because, you know, they don't want to get made fun of and they don't want to go through the same thing that person is doing to, the other person. But it can also be kind of an empowering thing, because then if you're doing something right, then you can be like, oh, that's not right. People should kind of stand up for that.
Yeah, some people are just shocked how great women can be.
When you're looking at the U.S. Open history of women, they are more concerned about their outfits rather than their performance. Like if you want to go out and play in a rainbow striped tennis outfit and you win the gold, why not? And if you're just shaming the outfits, like what is that? Like the women's outfits of tennis has nothing to do with how they're performing. So you can, like Serena Williams, if she wants to wear her play in some denim boots and be as great as she is, like I'll go play in some denim boots if I have to. But I think that just shows as well they're more focused on what the women are wearing rather than how they're performing on the tennis court.
Like Tony Manford told the whole world that the most outrageous women's outfit in USA Open history. Well, they probably won, and it doesn't matter what they're wearing, they still kick butt.
This is your Fox 5 News.
All right, Danica Patrick is such a pretty girl, and she makes a lot of money in sponsorships because of it. But what's not attractive is that she's sexy, and she knows it.
I don't quite understand why when you're referring to a girl, a female athlete in particular, that you have to use the word sexy. Is there any other word that you can use to describe me?
Oh, I got a few words. Starts with a B, and it's not beautiful.
I think that she has every right to feel the way that she does, and I don't think that she needs to justify herself when she says that she wants to be referred to based on her ability rather than her looks. I think that's completely fair.
I think that Danica Patrick is impressive. Like, I agree with her 100% with, because the media mostly, that's how they describe the woman, is if they're good looking, they use sexy a lot. And that the anchor had no right to call her the B word, that wasn't beautiful. I just think that shows she's a great race car driver, and what they're reflecting on is her interview. So why don't you go show her performance around the track rather than just what she's saying to the interview?
She set the world record and he tied for silver. I'm sorry, but seriously, I'm pretty sure the women's one should be golden, because either one should be kind of the same. And Hideki set world record in women's 800 freestyle. Philip ties for silver in 100 fly, and that is golden. 100 fly, silver. She set the world record. Silver ties.
A very sexist statement, really bold, and really unfortunate.
Well, I think that a world record is definitely bigger than tying for silver, and that just says, like this article in general, Phelps ties for silver at 105, Ledecky sets world record in women's 800 freestyle is smaller than that. I think that right there is a big problem because it shows basically that the men's, just because you have a big name, Michael Phelps, like you're great, yes, like nothing to take away from Michael Phelps, it's just how the media is portraying it. So obviously you would want the world record set bigger, and that just shows like female versus male and how much they are in the media.
I think there should have been 2 different articles, 2 different headlines for this.
I want to shout out everyone, the WNBA, all the women who laid the path.
It's truly amazing to be able to see the growth of women's basketball.
They have a huge collection of talent that they put on display night in and night out.
You ladies have done so much for the game of basketball. We all appreciate you.
It's an unbelievable game, and you guys continue to push the envelope and break barriers.
Oh, what a finish! A little showtime.
You women are amazing, and here's to 20 more years.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so you have NBA who champions the WNBA.
I have chills.
That's a perfect example. And they don't just speak it. They attend the games. They go to the WNBA games. They go to the practice. They do community service together. So kudos to NBA.
It takes a community to move something, and I think that I don't know, this gave me the chills thinking and looking about promoting women and giving them credit for all that they deserve in their hard work.
I think it's pretty awesome actually because it's like all these very famous people like LeBron James and Steph Curry are like complimenting how awesome women are, and that's kind of like usually they're kind of like other male whatever, or like usually they're like they compliment like themselves, but these people are actually complimenting women, which is kind of actually pretty awesome coming from those people, and they're complimenting how awesome the women are, which I would like to see more of. That's what
I think it's great to see the NBA players talking about the WNBA players and how they're just their talent and their skills, and it's great for it to go on during the All-Star break because a lot of people look up to the NBA players, and once they hear them speaking about it, then that means that like the society will start maybe even watching the WNBA games and going to support them as well as the NBA. So I think it's great to see the people at the highest level complimenting another, like the woman in the highest level.
women are just as good as